So welcome to another video. This is box 4. I call this one the window box. I don't even know why they have names. Maybe because they've been in boxes for so long. Yeah, the window box. It was sat by the window. And the problem with that is you get games like this that were sitting on top and they're totally sun damaged. You can see it's the color of the yellow, and that's what it should be. That kind of sucks, but what can you do? Anyway, let's check it out. So yeah, right now is a bit of a disaster in here. I'm working on a million projects, but anyway, details. So check it out. Look, Super Mario 3 on the NES and Super Mario 2. That one had a little leak on it because the water tank in the attic started leaking, and conveniently it was leaking right on the boxes. Oh, Shadow the Beast on the Master System. Wow. Now this is a game I did play a lot, especially the one on the Mega Drive as well. Amazing game, amazing game. Back to the Future 2 on the Master System. Look at that. There he is. Look, Marty McFly. Wow. Trying to get back to his own time. Some of these are absolutely crap, you know, like they always had them in this kind of classic Master System artwork as well. The little it looks like I don't know if anyone remembers Quick Save. It's a supermarket. They used to have own branded stuff, and they had it on this kind of graph paper, really horrible own branded stuff. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of that. I don't know who designed it, but yeah, look at that, Wimbledon. Wow. So we've got some manuals here. Let's take a look what's in here. I think when I was collecting games, if I ever found an unboxed game with no game inside, I'd usually get a mega deal on it. So I'd collect all these manuals. Prince of Persia, that's a good one. Tekken 2, oh, this brings back memories. If someone says PlayStation 1, this is the game I think of. I don't know why I have two manuals, and I don't know why one is thicker than the other. But yeah, we have lots of memories with that game. Sega Game Gear Winter Olympics, little game pack. A lot of Game Gear things. Is that oh, it's a light gun manual. Buck Bumble for the N64. Worms, oh, that was a great game, that was. Dreamcast VMU manual. Commodore disk drive user's guide. Look at this. Wow. That tells you how to format a disk. Even got some basic commands in there. They don't really do manuals like that anymore, do they? And a NES manual. Look at that. The control deck. Control deck that puts you in control of incredible fun. Look at that. Wow. You get your TV out, look. Well, don't have those anymore, do you? Anyway, manuals. Lots of manuals. And inlays. What else? Oh, this is one of those budget driving wheels. Official Jordan Grand Prix Race Con. Look at that controller. It's like a gun and a steering wheel in one. For the PlayStation. Sonic 2 for the Master System. What else? I've got some manuals, more manuals here. Super Mario 64, two of them. Oh, and Snowboard Kids. You remember this game? That was good. Alright, what else? Oh, Stealth Fighters. Look for the NES. Boxed. It's nice, isn't it? Oh, there's some crap here. I know these were super cheap. Probably 10p each. This one. California Games. Now this game has just been around forever. They just port it to pretty much every single console going. I played it on the C64, the Master System, the Mega Drive, pretty much everything. Taz Escape from Mars, that was a solid game. I really like the animations in that. Reminded me of Aladdin. It wouldn't be surprised me if it was the same kind of people that made it, to be honest. Holy crap, look at this. Toe Jam and Earl, Panic on Funkatron. Wow. This game, it wasn't really popular at the time. I don't care what anyone says, but it just has this huge retro factor. Maybe people made YouTube videos about it, but certainly when I bought the game, no one gave a crap. They're like, what is that? You know, what is that pile of shit? But now it just has this huge retro factor. I don't know why everyone's going crazy, but yeah, the value is mad on that. This is one with a backup memory on the Mega Drive. Pretty rare, actually. Not many games had it. It kind of really was more of a Super Nintendo thing, although the NES had it too. But this has a little battery inside, so you can save your progress because you're managing a football team, and it takes a whole season. So yeah, it's pretty unique game, that one. Look at this Street Racer. Oh, that was a game. There's Helmet. Look at that. It was one of those great multiplayer games. You can do football racing. And it was kind of like Mario Kart, really. Genesis's version of Mario Kart. Sonic 3D, I bought this brand new. One of the very few games I bought new. But look at that. Wow. That's the one I did finish, actually. I didn't really like the 3D aspect, but I kind of wanted to finish all of the Sonics. So it was just one of those things. Even Spinball, I didn't really like it too much. Micro Machines 2 Turbo Tournament. So there was 96 and there was 2, and they both have joystick ports in the game. Look, see? So you can play 2 players. And when you buy the game, you get invitations to your Micro Machines birthday party. I might still have them. Look, there they are, look. So this one is like, oh, you're the winner. You can give it out to your friends, and there's a little pad, look. And this could be the invite. Yeah, look. So you invite your friends to a tournament, and you can give them like the flyers. You would hand them out at school. Wow, does anyone remember that? I never actually did it. It was more like just get friends over and play. But it was pretty cool how you could you know, like get your friends over officially. I don't really know many games that did that. I know Micro Machines 2 and 96 did, but yeah, this one was good. This one had you go around a toilet seat. Anyway, yeah, that was pretty good. Tiny Toon Adventures. What else? Tailspin. Now this was a really good 2-player game. We had lots of fights over this one. It was like Green Dog but 2 players, so you can have Baloo and Kit, and yeah, just one of those classic 2-player games. Really good. This is a pile of crap, but it's pretty funny. Shaq just puts his name on absolutely everything. But yeah, I mean, yeah, this is a pile of crap. Streets of Rage, we all know what that is. Classic 2-player game. Oh, is that Pele? Bloody hell. I've got a lot of stuff in here. Oh, Nigel Mansell. Look at this guy. He was like the early Michael Schumacher. I don't know if anyone remembers, but he had his own game on the Genesis. Rise of the Robots. Yeah, it was okay. It was alright. Championships Europe on the Master System. Pile of crap. Lion King on the Master System. Actually pretty good. It was almost kind of ported to the Genesis, but with extra stuff and extra graphics. FIFA 96, Kawasaki Superbikes. This game was pretty good, actually. I actually really enjoyed it. You just shoot the crap out of pretty much everything. Run and gun. This game was probably one of the hardest on the Genesis, the Terminator. Insanely hard. You just get landed on level 1. You don't know what you're doing. There's red sirens going off, and you pretty much immediately get killed if you play it for the first time. Really hard game. Echo the Dolphin. It was one of those games that everyone had, but no one really finished it. Maybe someone did, but it was kind of... yeah, it's one of those things. Everyone had it, but not really many people followed it through. Same with Flashback as well. It was one of those games that had this awesome 3D graphics, but it was as hard as crap. You had to play it so many times to get far on here. Decap Attack was really fun. It's one of those kind of gimmick games where you have no head, like the Alter Beast. Amazing game. Look, I finally finished it, but it took a lot of patience and time, because when you're game over, you have to start, you know, like all over again from the start. So it has more of a Commodore feel rather than a Genesis feel. You know, as games later came out, they became easier because you get save points and things. But that was one bit more Commodore style. Super WrestleMania, pretty fun actually. I don't really like wrestling games, but this one pretty much had everyone in it. You know, you got Papa Shango, Randy Savage, Ultimate Warrior, and you just kick ass. It's a great multiplayer game. Olympic Gold, I always have a soft spot for on the Genesis, the Game Gear. It's just a, you know, like one of those great games you can play with your friends. Lemmings, yeah, we all know what Lemmings is. Bubsy the Bobcat. I actually really enjoyed this. It had like over the top, you know, crazy animation. You're just a cat going through levels, bit of a platformer. I think you collect yarn balls or something like that. It was pretty fun. And I always like the Olympic games, and no one seemed to care about them, so I always got them really cheap. Winter Challenge and Summer Challenge. They're pretty much like Olympic Gold, but the graphics a bit more serious, I think. You can do horse racing, kayak, but some of them are really tough because of the 3D aspect. Really screws you over because you don't know where you are in the game. Fantastic Dizzy. I actually really like this. It's kind of like the Commodore version, but way easier. What else we got? Oh, look, George Foreman, look, before he made his grill. Look at that. Oh, you don't even know what it looks like. No graphics, no nothing. Just take a punt. Sword of Vermilion. Now, I think this is worth a hell of a lot of money. And I never played it, but it's like an RPG. But, yeah, I don't know. You tell me, I don't remember. I wasn't really into RPGs until the PC came out and all that stuff. Does anyone remember? Oh, look at that game adapter. So this will let you play Master System games, I think, on a Genesis. So then you don't need the console to play these games. A lot of my friends had these. It just meant you don't have to own two consoles. And we all have those friends that rip the plastic, the inlay off their Genesis games, and their collection looks a bit like that. Brings back some memories. Alien Free. Definitely wasn't me though, but they're also the people that sold these to me. So Ryan Giggs Soccer, NHL. Now the NHL are really fun multiplayer games. I don't know anything about ice hockey other than Wayne Gretzky, so pretty much the same as everyone else here. But it was just one of those games that was amazing because you could fight each other and get into arguments over it. It was just pretty fun. It was always hard finding good two-player games, but that seemed to be one of them. And it was super cheap because no one cared about it. Lion King on the Mega Drive, we all know that. It's a really good game. Echo the Dolphin Tides of Time, that's the second one. If the first one wasn't enough, but... yeah, graphics good, gameplay pretty good, but yeah, it was a little tough near the end. John Madden, this guy that no one knew who he was outside of America. I didn't really know the rules of NFL. I was like, why does the game keep stopping? Then when I moved to America and learned how the game works, it turns out that NFL does that. It just keeps stopping, going. It's more about tactics. Tasmania's, oh, that was a great game. It was a little tough, but the animations and everything in that was pretty good. Oh, we got some football game, Batman Forever. When my brother was in hospital, I used to play this in the console room. Maybe that's, you know, an old thing now, but on the kids' wing in the hospital, they had a Genesis. And I really wanted to play Batman, and this other kid who was actually injured, because I was just visiting, wanted to play some racing game. So every time he wasn't there, I'd put Batman on. Look at that. MiG-29. It's a Russian plane, right? I don't remember. Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Yeah, good game, actually. I think... ooh, Sonic 2 or 3 has got to be one of the best ones for me. I think it has the level builder in there, right? Yeah, this old guy, look. I was like, who the hell is this? It took me about 10 years to work it out. Castle of Illusion, not as good as... I don't know if it's here. No, it's not. This one. World of Illusion. Now, this is a really good two-player game. It's kind of like, you know, not very violent and stuff, and it has kind of slower gameplay, but it is a really good two-player game. And Castle of Illusion, I think that was just one player. I don't remember, but I don't really remember getting too far on this. Strider. I actually really like this game, and it is hard as balls. You're just this guy with this huge sword weapon kicking ass out of metal T-Rexes and gorillas, and you just go absolutely nuts in this futuristic world, and the last boss is hard as shit. This game is amazing. Super skid marks. It's just like Micro Machines, pretty much the same gameplay, but they have a car that looks like a cow with dice around its neck. And when I say it's like Micro Machines, you see how it has the joystick ports in there as well. It's pretty good, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's Codemasters, yeah, which it is. But more people know the Micro Machines titles, but this is definitely a really good one. I really like that a lot. Funny enough, we're talking about that the other day, totally randomly. Oh man, look at that. So Aladdin, amazing game. Just one of those one-player games you can just cruise through. But the gameplay is actually really good. And this is the time when they made movies, like the Aladdin movie, and they make the game to go with it. But the games are actually really good. They're not like a pile of crap like they are now. Super Kickoffs, some generic football game. Generic tennis game. You remember the Davis Cup? Wow, look at that. Rolling Thunder 2. I actually I enjoyed this. You see there, I think it's one of those, I don't remember, it's a long time ago. Anyway, so here's Micro Machines 96. This is the one I got for my birthday, and my brother got Micro Machines 2, and he later sold it to me because he wanted money for, you know, other things. I think he fell out of love with video games, so I ended up with both of them, but this was my one, 96. But it pretty much plays just like Micro Machines 2. There's not really much difference. Asterix, I like this as well. It kind of has like an Aladdin theme to it. And Chuck Rock, it reminds me of Tasmania. You know, Virgin made some really good video games. Like the graphics were quite similar. You see how it looks kind of like Tasmania, Chuck Rock, Lion King, all those kind of themes. They made really good games. Turtles for the NES. Pretty hard game actually. I did finish it, but it's not the hardest one out there. Does anyone remember this movie, Lawnmower Man? The guy that goes on that like cartwheel, Catherine wheel type thing, then goes absolutely nuts. I never really understood it too much, but yeah, they made the game too. This one I finally finished. I guess we've all played Bomberman, right? Where you set the bombs off. But Mega Bomberman was like the Mega Drive port of it. But it was a really good multiplayer game as well. You can play 4 players. I actually like that quite a lot. Dino Teeny Soccer. Why is it so heavy? Why is it so heavy? Oh, because the manual is like a phone book. Wow. Yeah, I don't remember that. Cosmic Spacehead. Wow, look, another Codemasters game. Codemasters churned out some pretty good games. Like they did all the Dizzes, the Micro Machines. Yeah, really good. And they always toot their own horn as well. They always say like, oh look, 89% of people love this. Because they always featured in the magazines at the time. What else we got here? Where in Time is Carmen Sandiego? Wow. I think I have another one. Yeah, look, Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego? It's one of those electronic arts games where you follow like puzzles. You can learn about things as well. Why is that in German? Oh no, I don't know. Yeah, kind of like, do you remember Mario is Missing on the SNES? I think it was. It's kind of similar to that. But you're not accidentally sold on a Mario game. It kind of tells you what it is from the get-go. Now for Hockey 93, yeah, great 2-player game. And Shadow the Beast 2. Now this was way harder than the first one, but I just love those games where the boss is like half the screen and you're just kicking ass, and I think you're like a naked caveman in this one, but it was hard. I don't remember if I finished it, but I got pretty far. The double header, if one game wasn't enough, throw in John Madden. John Madden gets thrown around everywhere. Aquatic game's really fun, 2-player game. It's like Olympics, but you're a fish. I don't know if anyone remembers this, but yeah, you have all different sports, but it's all aquatic themed, like fishing, trampoline, volleyball and things like that. That was really good. I like that one a lot. Rugby. Australian rugby. Why do I have this? I think I raided a 10p section or something. My dad took me on the back of his motorbike about 15 miles to get this when I think I was 12 years old. We bought it for £10 from someone on the equivalent of Facebook Marketplace, except it was the newspaper called Ad Mag. I remember that a lot actually, but yeah, that's where that came from. Toy Story. Wow, my friend paid £65 from Dixon's or Curry's for this when it first came out. I was like, what? You're insane. But turns out he just had a really rich dad and he bought him a lot of games. But yeah, it was really good animation. But towards the end, it got a bit hard. And then you have to do the whole game right from the start again. So it was a bit frustrating. Everyone had Mega Games 2 in their collection, but this is Mega Games 1. You get like 3 games in one. World Cup Italia, 90 columns, and Super Hang-On. Weirdly enough, I haven't seen Mega Games 2 yet, but it's one of those games that came with every Genesis, well, Mega Drive console at one point. PGA Tour Golf. Road Rash. Yeah, I finished this game. This is amazing. I finished all 3 actually. But, yeah, you know, you just hit the crap out of people. You can crash into cows. You got some characters talking shit, and that was a really good game. I like that. There's the original Shadow of the Beast there. Look, look at that boss. Look, he's filling more than half the screen. And I remember this boss. You see, he can't even fit in the screen, but you just hit him a couple times with your fist, and then he disappears underground. It's so bad it's funny, but it's so funny it's good. It's really hard to explain. This game, we had a friend. He was like an exchange student. He came from Canada and he bought this game over called Skitchin, and I never even heard of it. But you get on rollerblades and you hang on the back of people's cars. Look at that. And apparently that's called skitching, and he introduced us to it, and it was pretty good actually. I liked it. It had like Road Rash graphics. Yeah, it's Electronic Arts, but yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I liked it. Another hockey game, another PGA Tour. I never really played these sports games. I just raided a 10p section. Apart from hockey. James Bond 2 Robocod. This was really good. And I played this before I even heard of James Bond, so I didn't really understand the reference. But you just can grow infinitely. Look how tall he is, but you can just keep growing and growing till you touch the top of the screen. And the screen scrolls with your growing as well. It's just one of those games that's just absolutely nuts. You don't really know what's going on. There's like aeroplanes with faces. But it didn't matter. You didn't really need to understand the game. I had no idea what was going on, but it was just one of those things that had it all. I don't know. Whoever made it was just, they had their mind, I don't know, well, that's it. Look, they just had their mind synced with every kid in the world. It was just an amazing game, but I have no idea why. But yeah. So yeah, they're just things that have fallen down the side over time. But yeah, box 4. So I guess we call this the Genesis box, right? It's pretty much all Genesis games and some Master System games. But what do you think? What are your favorites? So here's box 4. I can't fit all of them on the floor. But what was your favorite? What brings back memories? What was the best game? What's the best multiplayer game? It's tough. I don't even know. I think a good contender for the best multiplayer game has got to be Streets of Rage, Land of Illusion, or Aquatic Games, Mega Boy. I don't know, there's too many, but yeah, check it out. And there's the rest of box 4 right there. So what are your favorites? What's your best multiplayer game? What's your best single player game? I definitely got a few contenders. Strider, Flashback, the Sonic games, but for multiplayer, ooh. Oh no, Aladdin for single player. I don't know, there's so many. Shadow of the Beast. I don't know, there's not many crap games, I don't think, apart from the football ones and the, yeah, but the multiplayers, Micro Machines gotta be a good one, and World of Illusion, Micro Machines again, Super Skid Marks, Mega Bomberman, I tell you what, I think the Genesis had some really good multiplayer games. It's just something the Super Nintendo weren't too good at. Obviously, you had Mario Kart and things, but you had that technology where you could put the joysticks into the game itself, and it was a bit of a hack. Until someone got angry and it jiggled the cartridge and reset the game. But other than that, yeah, it's pretty fun. And Toe Jam and Earl 2-player game, pretty fun as well. But yeah, that's box 4. What do you think? What are your best moments? What are your best games? Anyway, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for box 5. Who knows what's going to be in there? I don't remember. But yeah, a lot of memories. Anyway, take care.